Do women really think and behave as we're often told? How much of what we hear is backed by science, and how much is just a collection of popular yet unverified beliefs? The mysteries of women's desires have been the subject of countless discussions, debates, and even disagreements. From the provocative to the mundane, there's a wide spectrum of assumptions about what women want. But how many of these are fact, and how many are mere fiction? Today we're going to delve into these assumptions with a discerning eye and the aid of scientific backing. We'll take a closer look at the psychology of desire, the diversity of experiences, and the impact of emotional health. Our goal is to debunk enduring myths and bring clarity to a topic often shrouded in mystery and generalizations. So hold on to your seats as we unravel the layers of women's psychological and emotional landscape, guided by scientific research, expert insights, and real-world experiences. Let's dive into the scientific research surrounding women's desires. The intrigue of women's desires has been a topic of interest across various disciplines, from psychology and sociology to sexual health. What does science say about this complex subject? Let's explore. Psychology has made significant strides in understanding women's desires. It has been suggested that emotional connection plays a pivotal role in shaping these desires. This is not to say that physical attraction is irrelevant, but rather, it highlights the importance of emotional intimacy in sparking desire. Moving over to sociology, studies indicate that social and cultural factors heavily influence women's desires. For instance, societal norms and expectations can impact how women perceive and express their desires. These findings challenge the notion that women's desires are purely instinctual or biological, underscoring the role of societal influences. In the realm of sexual health, research has shed light on how physical health and hormonal changes can affect women's desires. It's important to note, however, that these studies also highlight individual differences, reinforcing that there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to women's desires. So, what do the experts have to say? Well, psychologists, therapists, and sexologists largely echo these findings. They affirm that women's desires are multifaceted, shaped by a myriad of factors, from emotional and physical health to societal norms and personal experiences. These insights challenge popular beliefs that often oversimplify or misrepresent women's desires. They debunk the notion that women's desires are universally the same or solely driven by physical attraction. Instead, they paint a more nuanced picture, one that recognizes the complexity and individuality of women's desires. In a nutshell, science provides a more comprehensive understanding of women's desires than popular beliefs. It acknowledges the interplay of various factors, from emotional intimacy and societal influences to physical health and individual experiences. It emphasizes that women's desires are not a monolith, but rather a tapestry woven from diverse threads. As we've seen, science provides a more nuanced and accurate picture of women's desires than popular beliefs. But what about the role of emotional health in women's desires? Emotional health, you see, is an indispensable part of the puzzle. It's like the unseen force that shapes and colors our desires, our relationships, and our overall well-being. When we talk about women's desires, we're navigating the vast oceans of the human psyche, where emotions and mental health hold significant influence. Consider the realm of emotional intelligence. This involves recognizing, understanding, and managing our own emotions, as well as empathizing with the emotions of others. High emotional intelligence can lead to healthier relationships, fostering a deeper sense of intimacy and desire. And then there's mental health. Stress, anxiety, depression. These can all impact a woman's desires, dampening the spark and creating barriers to connection. It's crucial to prioritize mental health, offering support and understanding in times of emotional struggle. Remember, emotional health plays a significant role in shaping our desires and relationships. Finally, it's time to bust some myths about women's desires. You've likely heard a lot of theories, but let's separate fact from fiction. Myth 1. All women are turned on by the same things. False. Just like men, every woman is unique with her own set of turn-ons and turn-offs. There's no one-size-fits-all here. Myth 2. Women are less sexual than men. Again, not true. Studies show that women's sexual desires may be just as strong, though they can often be more complex and influenced by a range of factors, from emotional connection to the environment. Myth 3. Women's desires are solely linked to emotional intimacy. While emotional intimacy can spark desire, it's not the whole story. Physical attraction, novelty, and even risk can also play a part. And there we have it, a clearer picture of women's desires, backed by science and free from myths.